Announcing hashtag Nitro Furs. Woohoo! What is this? So Nitro Type, by the looks of things, has came up with a brand new event. And I say event kind of tentatively because we haven't had events for a long time, but this looks kind of promising. Anyways, guys, let's just jump right into this because there's a ton of stuff to talk about. Starting off with this what monstrosity that's going on my screen right now. Let's just get into it. So announcing hashtag Nitro Furs. If you have followed Ace Typer or you like stick your head out of the ground, you'll probably might have heard something about Nitro Furs within the past couple of weeks. Basically, I'm gonna let this thing talk for itself. Your friend NT, the corn dog, creator of Nitro Type, teamed up with YouTuber Colin Furze to bring you Colin's coolest inventions. This week's release is the Scew Tank, as seen by Colin's 10 million YouTube subscribers. So, I'll get into a bit of what that means in a second, and then as we can see, we actually have this Scew Tank right here. So for those of you who might not know, this is the Scew Tank. It's got the nice Colin Furze sticker on it. We got Colin Furze in his little Scew Tank, and it's got a cool animation. It's a bit laggy, it's a bit catchy, but it's not bad. So, of course, and then we got the Scew Tank rumbles into the race, and I'm going to hit read more to see what we can find about this event. And, I don't even know what just happened. It looks like we got two Scew Tanks. I won't ask questions. So, we'll get into that in a second once we read the news post. So, the Scew Tank, hashtag Nitro Furs. Announcing the hashtag Nitro Furs and Scew Tank. Hey, Nitro Typers, it's Austin, Nitro Type the corn dog. It's been a while since I posted. Anyway, a while back, Travis introduced me to the YouTube channel he's into, and it quickly became one of my favorites. Have you heard of Colin Furze? Well, he creates insane vehicles from scratch, as well as lots of other crazy stuff. He's got nearly 11 million subscribers and has received tens of millions of views every single day. Long story short, we reached out to him because we wanted his cars in your garages. Then we got a video that I've actually watched, which is, I'll check that out in just a second. And then we actually have the link to Colin Furze's YouTube page. And I'll also talk about that in just a second. So Colin builds completely by hand the most insane vehicles you've ever seen, like tanks that shoot flames and apples, bikes with jets on them, and a crazy hover bike that's like riding a giant drone. Anyway, I thought you might like to play some of Colin's cool inventions, so we reached out to ask if we could bring some of his custom creations into Nitro Type. Colin's just as cool to work with as he is on videos, and we've had an awesome time collaborating. So starting today, I'm happy to announce 3 of our favorite vehicles will appear in Nitro Type. This week's release is the Scew Tank, and then it also links a video to the Scew Tank. The Scew Tank is the real deal with a mounted apple cannon and flamethrower. Colin put a huge amount of work into this beast, only finishing this month. When he first completed it, the apple cannon was even illegal in the UK. Kind of funny. He had to get a special permit just to mount it on. I love that. You have to get like a special permit to put on an apple cannon. The Scew Tank also becomes Nitro Type's first fully animated playable vehicle. Claim it, race it, love it. We think it's one of the coolest vehicles we ever launched. Stay tuned for 2 more Colin Furze vehicles in the coming weeks. So to sum everything up, I'll do my best. Basically, Travis watches this YouTuber. He's got some subscribers. His name's Colin Furze. He builds vehicles. Travis was like, hey, corn dog, let's reach out to this dude. They did. And now Colin Furze is like kind of officially partnered with Nitro Type. And 3 of his cars, the Scew Tank, the jet bike, and the hover bike, are all going to be in the game. And as Nitro Type said, this is the first fully animated car, which is actually kind of cool because we've seen animations really come to life recently. So it'll be nice to see what like the first like massive like animated car, like this thing, it's kind of a big deal. And of course, we are going to check out the Colin Furze introduces hashtag Nitro Furs to Nitro Typers video. And it's a bit laggy. Oh, it's just because it's muted. Don't stop laughing. Pro YouTuber here, guys. What are my suggestions? All right, we're gonna unmute this page. Now this should work.
What up, Nitro Typers? My name is Colin Furze, and I have created and invented some of the most epic vehicles you have ever seen, and I've shown them all on my YouTube channel, Colin Furze, which has over 10.5 million subscribers. Now, I'm telling you this because you can now race 3 of my epic vehicles. You can either go on the hover bike, the Scew Tank, or the jet bicycle, all in Nitro Type. So, head over to my YouTube channel, give me a subscribe, and let me know in the comments if you want them to put more of my vehicles in this wonderful game. Okie dokie, let's race!
So as you can probably tell from that 30-second masterpiece, Colin Furze and Nitro Type have like actually collaborated. This isn't like a really small thing. It seems to be like a major event. For those of you who might have been around since like I think 2017 maybe, there used to be this thing called the Pack event, which was like I don't even know. But for those of you who were around back then, you will know what I'm talking about, the PAC event. That was kind of cool. So it's kind of giving me that type of vibe right now, like a special collaboration mini-event type thing. This is really awesome, though, and it's cool to see like a massive YouTuber like Colin Furze reach out to Nitro. Not it's technically the other way around, but it's cool to see them collaborating with like a big YouTuber, stuff like that, whatever. Anyways, let's move on and talk about the first car we actually have here today, which is the Scew Tank. Now, for some reason, it gave it to me twice. I'm not going to ask questions. And yeah, you can actually see, if I go to the special event category, it does show me the pack event stuff from 3 years ago, so 2017. A lot of pack stuff. But then, even though it gave it to me twice, we only have it once, which we got the Scew Tank, and it's got a cool little hashtag Colin Furze, like, decal, I guess you would say. And I guess let's just claim it. Whoa, you have unlocked the Scew Tank. So it's got the standard, like, unlocking a car animation. I can't complain. There's no point in, like, wasting a cool animation on the unlock when you could just have it in the garage. However, if we unlock this thing, we go back to the garage. We should be able to see it in the garage, obviously, because that's kind of how cars work in this game. But I'm actually kind of excited to use this thing. Give me just a second. All right, so if we scroll all the way down... This is going to be a pain. I'm sorry. We should... Yeah, okay, it's right here. So we're going to put this thing in the center here. I just want to reorganize that quickly. All right. So if we click on this thing, you can see that when we look at it in the garage, it's kind of small, kind of unassuming, doesn't have any animations. However, when we select it, now this is where things start to get spicy. So we can see that the basic, like, boring gray Scew Tank is transformed into an absolute dirt-eating machine. I think the animations are pretty cool. At first glance, it's making my computer lag a tiny bit, which kind of like ruins the animation a tiny bit. However, I think it does look fantastic. And then you can just see overall that the Scew Tank it's a car. It's here. It's right here. It also does have the Colin Furze sticker up at the top, and I think if you click on this, it'll take you to the video we saw earlier. So that's fair enough. But this is the Scew Tank, guys. It's Nitro Type's big animated vehicle, Colin Furze partnership. Very awesome. I wonder if Colin's going to make a video about this on his YouTube channel. I don't know. Anyways, my first thought on the vehicle is that it's obviously not something that I would prefer to use over like one of my favorite cars, like the Manta Ray or whatever. However, I can appreciate the design that went into it. I also can appreciate the fact that this is a real thing. It's not like Nitro Type just thought this up. Colin Furze actually built this thing in real life, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool to see like a homemade invention like this actually coming to life on the big screen. I don't know how to say that in a non-cliche way. But we do have a cute little car here. I like it. One thing I dislike is the whole... I don't know if this is just me, but this car isn't really my style, right? Like I said earlier, this is not something that I would use instead of my Manta Ray or instead of any of the other cars that I really like in this game. It's never going to be like one of my favorite cars. However, I can appreciate the value that went into it, the design work, and of course the animation, all of that. So I am going to do one race, however, I'm going to do some other stuff so it doesn't lag as much. However, we'll be back in just a second after I do one race for you guys on the track. Hopefully I've edited this well enough so that it doesn't look awful. And this is, of course, the Colin Furze's YouTube mini-event, Nitro Type collaboration thing. I I don't really have much else to say. but hopefully we'll see the other 2 cars within the next couple weeks, as they said. And it's kind of cool to see the re-release of events, like mini events, right? Even though it's a special collaboration, this will probably be a very short-term thing. It's still cool to see Nitro Type reaching out to other creators and other people and try and get their cars and their ideas into this game, because, you know, this is better than nothing, right? I would much rather have the Colin Furze mini event right now than literally nothing else, because that's kind of what we've been having recently. I still do prefer these even to seasons. I like the concept of mini events, and I wish Nitro Type actually did more of them, where they collabed with people and did like special cars and like limited edition stuff and stuff like that. They've only done it once in the past with a pack event, which was back in 2017, I think. So, if Nitro Type were to do more of this in the future, that would be awesome, but they've obviously spent a lot of time on this whole Colin Furze project, and I like that. I appreciate that. Good job. Anyways, go get this car. I believe it's free for all members. There shouldn't be any there shouldn't be any requirement to get it. It doesn't make sense. It paints for 1.5K, which means it sells for 6K, which is the same as like every other car they've released recently. The paint jobs are basically non-existent, so I'm not even gonna bother. And then that's about it. That's about it. If I were to say one thing before we go, I think it would be cool to have some sort of like Colin Furze sticker or Colin Furze title or something like that to go along with the 3 cars. It would kind of just make this thing feel more like an event and less of like a collaboration. I mean, both are good, but it would still be cool to have like that little extra spice. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe, whatever. I might post a Scew Tank montage, some like 150s with hand cam and Scew Tank. That would be kind of funny if I did, so I might do that in the future. Anyways, I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye, everyone, and have, as always, a wonderful day. Peace.